Hey, I'm Donnie, and these are my friends Shalay and Ashley. And today we're going somewhere fun. I love you guys and your Spanish. So exciting! Today we are heading out of JFK on an 8-hour flight to Madrid, Spain.
Like you have so much boxes.
So getting into the airport from the US to here was actually pretty simple besides the paperwork. I feel like the paperwork was way more complicated than the process of getting in and out of the airport. Everything went super smooth. The flight was great. We're now in Madrid at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're looking into getting a hotel room right now until our Airbnb will let us check in. I'll take a nap all day every day.
Bueno, sí. Camina. Rico, rico, rico. Y como dice mi coro que sigue ahí.
Oh, where are we? So, dilemma number one. I already can't find the hotel we're going to. Unless that's the front office. After we realized we put in the Airbnb address instead of the hotels, thankfully we only had to walk a couple of blocks through the city to get to where we needed to be for a much needed nap.
So we're finally at our Airbnb. He said the building was built in 1827, as well as the door lock, which is really cool. Look at this. Sink, we have a washer and dryer. And look at this. We got a shower, kitchen, the living room, bunk beds, and then this is the other room. And then this is outside of the window.
Hey, we're at the room!
Yay!
Ashley's got top bunk. So now we're gonna decide who gets either the big room with the old bed by themselves or the bottom bunk. We're gonna do rock, paper, scissors, best out of 3. Alright, it goes rock. This shirt makes you look like a box! It does not make you look like a box.
It does.
Right.
I think it does.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, ready?
We're doing 3.
Doing 3. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, you got me a 1. Okay. Alright. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, tied. Okay. This is the final one. Ooh, final countdown. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No! Yay, Donnie! Good though. Yesterday we got in like super early. It was like 7 a.m. We were all super exhausted, so I was like, you know what, let's not throw a camera in anybody's face today. But today is the first day we're out adventuring, and right now I am at the palace. It is actually the official residence of the royal family. It started being constructed in like 1735, something along those lines, and usually you can go inside, but today it is closed. This building right here is the Opera House of Madrid. I'm gonna go catch up with the girls. They're off walking somewhere. Look at those shoes. Give us some sparkle. Yeah, girl. So it's later on in the day. I'm feeling under the weather because my stomach is just absolute garbage. We ended up going to this little restaurant called Sobrino de Botín. It's a restaurant that has been there since 1735 is what I think it was. They do have an oven that has been there for over 100 years. It was a great experience for a finer dining restaurant in Madrid. We ordered the croquettes de jamón, their artichokes with their ham. For dinner, we ended up getting a suckling pig, lamb, and their roasted chicken.
They said everything was fantastic, they being Shalay and Ashley. Side note, typical me fashion, I screwed up yesterday. We have the same suitcase, they're both yellow, and I shoved my passport booklet, which holds my vaccine card, into her suitcase, and I thought I lost it. We went back to the hotel room, we called the Uber, I had just written it off. Lo and behold, when we came back earlier, Shalay and I were sitting on the couch, and I just so happened to look over at her suitcase and saw my little book sticking out. It's just been a wild couple of days. As if things couldn't get more interesting today, the ceiling is leaking. It's literally raining in our Airbnb. So our hot water heater is still broken, and I'm teaching Ashley here how to shower out of pots. So you boil that pot and that pot, but you keep that one halfway full, so that way you can fill that one up with cold water. After our attempt at showering this morning, we headed out to Retiro Park, where we barely made it on scooters. Cheers. So Shalami and I are waiting for Ashley to get out of the El Baño, and we're gonna go ride on the boat. We got sidetracked because we decided to sit down and drink an entire bottle of cava. And 10 out of 10, highly recommend. We're super excited for the boat. Shalay is the one that decided that we should do it. Earlier when we got here, the boats weren't out on the water, so we were like, oh my god, maybe it's closed. And then when we were sitting down drinking the cava, Shalay was overlooking the water, got so excited. And I was like, oh my god, do you know somebody? I was like, no, it's the boats.
She didn't even have to turn around. She already knew.
Yep.
It's the boats. The boats. Boats, boats, boats.
We're gonna ride some boats, so we'll see you on the water. Yes! It's okay, I'll just sit back here and relax, okay?
And we're rolling. We'll be to America in no time.
Salami on the roads. For €6 for 45 minutes, you could row all your cares away, Shalay.
All your cares.
All your cares.
They're out the window.
All of them. Shalami's taking us around town. Take us around. So the water boats were a 10 out of 10. Shalay picked a great thing to do today. But right now we are heading to the Mercado de San Antonio. All right. And we're gonna get some food and some drinks. I'm getting some oysters. So we'll see. After an annoying attempt at dinner last night, we could not let it ruin our last day in Madrid. Today, the girls have booked an Airbnb experience as a surprise birthday gift for me.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for booking the unspoiled Spain. This is David, who's joining us today, a good friend of mine for many years.
Hello, David. The gentleman in yellow is Paul and is one of the 2 hosts for this experience. He picks up the group in the city and then drives you through the countryside to a place called Zarita de los Canes. On the way there, we stopped through a small town to grab wine from a local winery and bread from a local bakery with the oldest oven in the area called La Tajona. Once you get to Zarita de los Canes, you meet Ian.
Zarita is the name of a famous general. He gives his name to 3 towns in the area. Canes is from the Latin canine. It's the Zarita of the dogs.
Ian tells you the history of this beautiful town while guiding you through the original trail used by the Moors that eventually leads to Castillo Zarita de los Canes.
So it started here, this wonderful river, the Tajo, Tagus. It's the main river that goes through the vertebrates of the Iberian Peninsula. So it's the most important river in this section of the world. Archaeological digs are very, 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 very slow for many reasons. If you find human remains, which is very common, especially in the castle, you have to stop the dig. You don't know if those human remains are recent. Obviously, usually you look at them and know they're not. They have to call the forensic department.
Good rule to decide.
They do a quick test to make sure somebody's mother hasn't been just murdered for a pension. And that can take 2 to 3 days. In the meantime, the whole dig has to stop. The other thing is they'll find precious objects, and then there'll be a fight about what to do with those precious objects. So when the Christians finally took the castle in 1112, 1150, this territory was very, very well sought after because the Christians were clever. They built a bridge. So it was only one of 2 bridges over the whole Tajo at that time, and they charged money to cross it. Everyone wanted this village, so all the local barons, kings, was constantly attacking the village. So they circled the village with dogs, so if there was late night incursions, the dogs would bark and they would know to sound the alarm, so that's where we get our name from.
Oh. This little town was cute enough for you to want to go home, pack up your stuff, and move to Spain. The end of Ian's tour lands us at their home, where Paul has been cooking up a storm. Oh my god, this is beautiful. It doesn't look bad at all. I feel like I smell disgusting. Oh, I feel like I smell. Hi.
I don't know what it's called. Would you like a vermouth?
Yes.
This is very typical in Spain. I'll let Ian tell you all about it. Make yourselves at home.
This next part of the experience is a foodie lover's dream and is also Paul's area of expertise. He put together local cheeses, local bread, gazpacho. I even tried real blood sausage and quail for the first time.
So what I'm doing here is very traditional in rural Spain, okay? So at the family home, they take the meat from the oven and they bring it to the table and they show you and they say, we all love each other, we're all grateful, and some people might pray and whatever, and we're all getting excited because this is what we're going to eat. There's two. We want it to come down. Yeah, we want it to rest. No, it's okay. So in the restaurant, they bring it to the table, and some people say the same thing: love, gratefulness. But other people will say, actually, it's about trust. A full leg of lamb is not going to fit in the pot, and the people want to know that they're eating something around 20 days old.
Paul and Ian are so unique and passionate about what they do, so we felt right at home. It was a kind of experience that reminds you of while you travel, and it was the highlight of our time here in Madrid. After losing track of time while carrying on, Paul showed us to the last part of the adventure.
David! We can't miss our other member of the group.
Now, fun fact, if you're sat at the table, you can't hear what I'm saying at the moment. But if you're in the kitchen, which is 2 rooms away, you can hear every word. But you can't hear people in the kitchen. We think there's an air chamber from here that comes out at the back of the kitchen where the kitchen cave is. Ian, your wine was questionable. You know, the quality. We're trying to figure out what went on down here and when it was built on one of you. I've been asking villagers, I've asked the city hall. I mean, I'm getting mixed stories from people in the village.
I hope I enticed you with just enough without giving too much away, and that you'll want to come and see what these guys have in store. We made some amazing memories with great new friends, and I really do hope you check out Unspoiled Spain on Airbnb when you're in Madrid, because it will be the highlight of your trip. While Paul drove us back to the city, I napped, so we were there in no time. What a freaking day. We just got back to our Airbnb from our Airbnb experience. I was very nervous about the foods just because I have not been able to eat recently. I got to try quail. I don't ever try stuff like that, so I'm very surprised at the fact that I did. And honestly, the girls really did such a great job at surprising me for my birthday. Ian and Paul did such a great job. Highly recommend. If you're ever in Madrid, please look them up. Chalet, Ashley, and I all agreed that this experience made Madrid. Right now, I'm getting ready. We're gonna meet the girls, the Plaza Mayor, and then we're gonna go over to Mercado de San Miguel and finish off our last night in Madrid before we head out to Barcelona tomorrow. And it was just a fantastic day.
And they also have like croquettes. They have empanadas, lots of wine,
Always down for lots of wine.
lots of meat.
Look at the olives perfectly placed in there.
Don't you love that?
That is oddly satisfying. Oh wow.
These chocolates. Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it is really cool. It really is just like Chelsea Market, but in Spain. So we got some cava and the girls got oysters.
That's right.
That's right. Savannah.
Cheers. Oh my god, they have arepas. Oh, I wish I was hungry. What do you think? You don't seem convinced.
It's like super fresh
Okay.
tasting. Right? Very different.
Chalet's reaction to things cracked me up.
Oh my god. Let me tell you. This was just taken out of the ocean like yesterday.
That's one of the freshest tasting.
It's fresher than Chelsea Market.
Good.
It's briny, it's salty.
We enjoyed the rest of our last evening in Madrid before calling it quits for an early wake-up call to catch the train to Barcelona in the morning. So we'll see ya in the next one.